son, I'm loving for him, I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Felt like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die, never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side, yeah, we in it for life. And I've been magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is the NFL on EA.
It is perhaps the best home field advantage in all of football, and certainly the loudest, as we welcome you inside Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line between the Denver Broncos and the Kansas City Chiefs. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And some space here. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Certainly not what they wanted defensively. We're hoping to hold them to a field goal. Instead, they're able to convert the 3rd and long here on the opening drive.
So not only was it a flipping field position and a flipping fortunes, but how about mentally?
And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. On 2nd down, Eckler. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness. Think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves.
And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Noah Fant, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On play action, it's Mahomes. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on third down. They go play fake. Mahomes. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on fourth down, and my goodness, incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and it'll be a turnover on downs. Now a play fake here on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there.
Well, that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Another try after the first down sack. Locke, he's got his big tight end, Fant. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down. First carry for Royce Freeman. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Going on the ground with Eckler. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Broncos on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This time it's 3rd and 3. And he's got it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Deebo Samuel, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Broncos push further out in front.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
This will be fielded at the 6. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Here's Lindsey. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Tackled by Bradley Chubb, the number 5 pick in the 2018 draft. They go play action. Now Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. That's going to be caught. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill. His 2nd touchdown on the season as they are now on the board here in the first half. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. Space to maneuver at the 40. And all the way up to the 46. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. He'll pick up another first down with that run.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Offense.
So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. Sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. That one good for 26 and a first down. Locke going to bring the offense up 1st and 10, and he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far. Running on first down, Eckler. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
They'll run here with Freeman. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Royce Freeman, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Broncos push further out in front. And there you go, nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Call that a very strong gain of 24. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. A lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. On 2nd down now, it's Lindsey. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Philip Lindsey, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys are back within a single score.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Locke.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half.
And this is caught, and he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill as the first half is winding down, and the Chiefs have taken the lead. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes, because that's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. On first down, Locke. He'll get this to Eckler. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. A final shot before half for Locke. He's going to float this over the middle, deep toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in
an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle. And these highlights here showcasing the solid game he's had. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. On third down, here's Lindsey. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
They do go for it. It's Mahomes. He is going to find Hill here. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on 4th down. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now in the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on. Because right now, he has got the defense so much on their heels, got them looking at each other. Who's going to cover this guy, and what type of coverage can we put out there to try and slow him down?
On On second down, a run with Lindsey. And an alley to run. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Phillip Lindsey with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Zerline good with a PAT. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Let's go!
So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the gun on third down, Locke. Got a man open, it's Sutton. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A 5-yard pass on the heels of a 5-yard run. Good enough for the first. Locke now on first down. This is the tight end Fant. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. Officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19. So now first and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 44-yard line. The throw down the field, caught by his running back. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. Locke now 12 of 16 thus far. It's first and 10. Locke going to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. Locke now 5 straight completions here in this second half. First and 10. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Locke now to throw. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Another shot from the 9 on second and goal. On the ground, it's Eckler. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. We're back now in KC. It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4. Here's Locke. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Noah Fant, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point.
The kicker on for the extra point.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it ends with a Denver touchdown. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each inning in touchdowns. So this game is flipped. They were down, now they're up with the football. We'll see how they handle it.
Can we get a spy on the headset now between the head coach and offensive coordinator? Because they've been in attack mode. Had to get back into the game. Now they have the lead. Do you stay on the attack or do you dial it back a little bit to try and protect this lead?
Well, my cop-out answer would be somewhere in the middle. I think it's going to be a fine line, is it not?
I think you're exactly right, but I do think if they can stay aggressive and keep them on their heels, they'll be best served that way.
Mahomes going to throw. And it's complete to Kelsey. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
He was brought down by Malik Collins.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up fourth down. And he'll just get back to the line of scrimmage, if that. And with a flag on the field, and that one looks to be in the area where someone was held. Now, hold on a second. Why would they decline that? Charles.
I don't have a good answer for you, but let's work the math here a little bit. If you take the penalty, you get 5 yards. Minimal.
You're in the positive in the yardage, and you get to rerun the down you just had.
I like that. I like that little extra on top of the whole thing. This makes 0 sense.
Now a toss play to Eckler. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Well, he's going to go for it all. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Ron Thornhill. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll run here with Lindsey. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. He'll have a first down past the 40. And finally down at the 41-yard line. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter, maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Now Mahomes. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 39.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a carry for Lindsey. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. They'll go again with Lindsey. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll run on first down. Lindsey. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Back to throw. Mahomes. The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. Second and goal from the 1.
Tight down. There you go. Echo. He's checking crack. Check.
Mahomes to throw. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. So a little icing on the cake there before the clock hits all zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly what you want. Not much time and a touchdown to put things away.
Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back, and then score again. But they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly. Then they'll take it from there.
To throw again on second down. Lock, and that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So the game will continue for at least one more play.
Cannot finish a game on a defensive penalty. That's why they get one more untimed attempt.
One final try for Lock. And that will be incomplete, as time has run out on this football game. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on